All right, we got a deer fence coming soon. Check this out. This is where the deer like to come through. I put up those two little fences. We've got this whole open area, and the deer will show up. And if the hammock's not there, they're like, oh, let's just sit in the hammock. But we took the hammock down so it could dry out a little bit. But they just walk right through. They're like, oh, look at this beautiful garden. Look at all the good stuff back there. Oh, I'm gonna eat everything in sight. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put up a deer fence right here, and right here, and right there. And then that way, all the deer that show up will not show up in the backyard garden. Let's see if we can make this thing beautiful, because what I don't want to do is just, you know, put up a garden and you're like, oh, that looks like junk. I want to make it look good, real good. So here's where we're at now. Hopefully soon we have a legitimate deer fence that looks sweet. All right, so deer fence is on its way. I need to move that post right there. We're gonna scooch it this way a little bit because these are not parallel. So we gotta scooch that in a little. But then this gate will shut. To close that off, we'll make an extender. And then, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's pretty cool. Multiple levels. Oh, tip, check this out. So, to make sure something's level, you just plumb it to the roof. See how that roof, this one's a little bit lower, but that one, that's how you do it. You just scooch your eyes down and then make sure that it's parallel. Look at that. It's like perfectly level to the roof. This one, like I said, was going to need a little bit of adjustment. You can see how it's a little bit lower on the right side. But we're gonna move this post anyways, and then you'll have a full-on deer fence with hopefully like a beautiful little entryway, which is, I don't know, I'd say a work in progress. But check out the sunshine, the rain. It is going to be one heck of a glorious garden. Coming soon. All right, so pretty close to done, even though it doesn't look like it. But here's the thing about projects is when you work on them for a long time, you tend to get tools and things and kids and posts and ladders and concrete. Everything's just kind of everywhere. So I realized I spent like 30 minutes walking back and forth and back. And the good news is that everything structurally is pretty much in there. We got to get some extra lag bolts and such. But deer fence is pretty close. Most of this is junk wood. Exhibit A. So yeah, a lot of this is all reused. Had to take all the nails and screws out and repurpose it. So plan for now is literally like, look at that mess. There's just stuff everywhere. We got this thing pretty close. And when I say close, this entryway is going to be a little bit more work. It'll be gorgeous though, because it's like the entry to the back. But deer fence wise, we'll throw in some posts and staple in a bit of junk wood. And then that'll be done and it'll look really nice. But I cannot do anything because this place is a total wreck. All right, we're getting closer. Garage is almost clean, getting better. But check this out. We put up these straps over here. See, green strap, and in order to get this to connect to the tree so that it's nice and parallel, flush, plumb, there we go. I wanted to move this so that I can set these sweet pillars over here on top of those, make a little skinny doorway so that the deer can't get through, or like a little gate or something, like really skinny. But we put straps on there to plumb it out, make sure that this thing is in alignment with the top beam, and then we'll throw in some dirt, a little gravel on top, and put the posts on. I don't know. I'm gonna draw a picture. We'll drop pictures. I like drawing pictures. Alright, so I was driving and we got a major flat tire and I don't have a pen or paper, so we're hanging out at the tire shop to get it fixed. But I was thinking, since I don't have a pen or paper, I'm gonna try designing out what this thing should look like. So I got some good sticks here. I think those big pillars, we can do 2 big pillars and then come across the top. Then I've got those little 4x6s, so we'll do 4x6s on either side of it. And then we'll put a little cross brace. And I think that should look pretty good. So yeah, anyways, that's I think what our entryway is gonna look like. drew this picture a couple days ago of what I thought the deer fence should look like. We're pretty close. We just need to make an actual gate. Right now I just use this temporarily to hold it in here, see if it works. So we're gonna take that off, use this thing. Got some hinges, and then we'll try and actually make a gate that works. This is a smaller one. But yeah, junk materials, junk wood. We should be able to end up with a pretty sweet gate soon with a little latch. Bam, bam, the real deal. We shall see. All right, so we got this gate, made it a little too small. Put this thing in for now. I probably should have made this thing longer, but basically just took some 1x4s and then closed in the grate. Okay, so basically it was this thing, and then what I did with this, just trimmed it out with 1x, and then put in some screws, some hinges. Pretty nice. It opens up all the way. It's actually ironically just about perfect. And then this, you can tell that of course it's a little too short, so I just put in one screw for now. Bam, look at that. Guess how many deer are gonna come through there. We tried it out. I sent some children in here to see if they can make it through, and the children could, but I think that a deer can't. So I got a number of things, work in progress. Okay, but we got a cool little zoop. Then it opens. As long as the deer okay, third time is a charm. As long as the deer do not eat that tassel, should be good to go. This is a DIY project for a privacy fence, or maybe if you have deer, you can keep them out of your backyard. You can see we've got a good bit of it just screwed in, nailed into the tree. I put in some railroad ties down here and then set these babies up. Made this fence. I had an old piece of wire just hanging out, but we put in some L brackets, attached it to the posts, and we just started nailing with however long we could get the wood to go. These down here are old bed frames. These are old stair railings. And this is old decking. It kind of came over and across, and then I built this little gate here to keep the deer out and allow you to drive through if you have some kind of big tractor or truck. Totally doable. Let's see what you can do.